Welcome back to the channel, Collective Gamer 77. Today we'll be reviewing the Sideshow Collectibles premium format Batman, which is in quarter scale. For those that are returning, thanks for coming back. For those that are new, please like and subscribe. And now, on to the statue. Starting off with the outside box, as you can see, it's got a wonderful image up front, which shows a good preview of the statue itself, with the Batman head with the longer bat ears. I'm hoping that in the future, the Sideshow Collectibles still continues to introduce these art boxes. Unfortunately, it looks like in one of their most recent statues, they actually stopped doing the art. I hope that was just a one-off and it doesn't continue forward because I do love their artwork. Now this statue does come with two head sculpts. As you can see to the left and to the right, the one to the left does have shorter ears and a slightly different facial structure. And the one to the right does come with the longer ear set, which is what I decided to show on my own statue at home. That is the Batman that I grew up with. Here is a slightly closer look at the Batman head sculpt with the shorter ears. Personally, this head sculpt didn't quite speak to me, for the rest of the video, you'll actually see the one that I chose, the Batman with the longer ears. I originally picked up the Sideshow Collectibles premium format Batman back in 2014. It had an edition size of about 7,500. The team of Martin Canal, Matt Butler, Bernardo Esquivel, Tim Hansen, Chris Anka, Walter O'Neill helped bring this statue to life. The statue itself stands about 25 inches tall with the base. It weighs about, I would say, give or take 25 to 30 pounds. This statue is mixed media. It does have a sculpted head, cape, and body along with the base. The cloth pieces are of course his costume and his utility belt. This is the premium format statue that really helped finish my Trinity with Superman, Batman of course himself, and Wonder Woman. And one of the first, way back in 2014, which I picked him up for about $400. I was a little late to the statue collecting, so unfortunately I missed out on the limited edition which came out with a swap out hand. This is one of my favorite statues as well, and I think it reflects the Batman that I grew up with. The cape is very well done, sculpted, and heavy. It shows Batman ready, prowling, watching the guardian of his city. My only complaint would be that the cape itself, the way it's designed, does tend to have the statue feel a little bit unbalanced. I will admit that this is one of the only statues that I have that I'm pretty cautious on what it stands on or displayed on, because I feel that a little nudge would actually tip it over. That is, again, I mentioned the full cloth utility belt. And here's a view from the back, and again of that wonderful cape, which is both a good and a bad. It's very well sculpted, heavy, but unfortunately it does tend to have that figure kind of lean over a little bit as far as the weight balance itself. The base is very well done. I love the gargoyles, I love the detail. Easily speaks to Sideshow Collectibles and their attention to detail. I definitely commend that team for bringing this character to life in my collection. This Batman statue helps complete my DC Trinity with Superman, Wonder Woman, and of course Batman himself. The costume itself is very well done. It's tight enough that it shows off some of his muscles along with some slight shading itself. Closer look again at the base and the gargoyle. Wonderful paints and details as we slowly move back up to the figure. This figure is very well painted and shaded. Even in just normal lighting, it shows off details like as if it were a 3D comic brought to life. Zooming in a little bit closer on that head sculpt, again, this is my preferred head sculpt as it shows the Batman that I grew up with. Love the Batman logo without the yellow circle around it. That utility belt, having him standing perched on that gargoyle, And again, closer view of the head sculpt. I mean, what can I say? If you can have a chance to find this or one of the many iterations that Sideshow Collectibles has made of this figure, I do recommend it for your collection if you are looking to start collecting or at least trying to complete your DC Trinity with Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. One of my favorite premium formats, and I'm glad that even 6 years ago I was still able to pick this up. It's a wonderful piece, great presence. With only 29 inches tall, it is one of the heavier pieces that I have. It feels heavier than Superman, but it is the only figure that, again, that I feel a little uncomfortable just placing it out in the open, because I feel like if there was a wobble, it could topple over. So I do recommend putting this in a Besta with a glass door or a case itself that's big enough to fit this. For me, this was an amazing premium format statue, which helped complete my DC Trinity. Everything from the sculpt to the quality of costume and paint really spoke to me, and I'm glad I picked it up. I can't believe it's already been 6 years since this came out. Even though it has been the 6 years, this statue is still available online, mostly from resellers like eBay, especially as some folks are refreshing their collections with all the new DC statues coming out. I definitely recommend picking it up if you can find it for a decent price. When I picked it up back in 2014, it was about $3.99, so I'm sure prices have arisen since then. This Batman statue, along with Superman, are two of the pieces that I feel where mixed media works very well, and I'm glad I was able to pick them up. Thanks for listening to this quick review. Please like and subscribe, as I will be producing more content in the very near future.